Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you know, a lot of people went and came from Saudi Arabia asking Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, to increase oil production and all that in order to ease their stupid decisions with the sanctions. And I'm talking about United States, and now we have another guy, and this guy is, we remember there was the Brits who came over there. It was Boris Johnson, then the vice president, prime minister of Britain they came empty-handed. Now we have the French Macron, who actually was seen or visited by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Paris. I have actually two articles to discuss. One is from Bloomberg. I'm going to start with this one from July 29th, 2022, and this is the title: Macron makes plea to Saudi Crown Prince as energy prices bite. President Emmanuel Macron made a plea to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to help Europe move away from Russian oil and gas during a one-on-one dinner at the presidential palace in Paris on Thursday. During the meeting, Macron stressed the importance of continuing the coordination with Saudi Arabia to diversify the energy supplies of European states, according to a statement shared by Macron's office on Friday, which largely insisted on the coordination between the two countries. What coordination? You have nothing for those guys. But you have weapons. They can get weapons from Russia if they want. So, since I'm not going to read this because it's propaganda there, I'm going to spare you from that. Before the dinner, the senior US official said Washington was optimistic that positive announcements could come out of the next OPEC summit scheduled on Wednesday, and that Saudi Arabia had leeway to expand oil production. The official wasn't aware of any coordination between the US and Macron. Well, the dinner has, however, stirred controversy in France, where two NGOs filed complaints Thursday accusing the Crown Prince of complicity in the 2018 killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. The former U.S. rapporteur for extrajudicial killings and current Secretary General of Assembly International, oh my God, International, Agnes Calamard, slammed Macron welcoming Prince Mohammed. Well, this guy's, this is his first European tour since the killing. Earlier this month, US President Joe Biden traveled to Saudi Arabia and met with the Crown Prince, making a major shift in tone for the US leader, who has called the kingdom a global pariah and campaign trail for its human rights record. Well, the thing is this. Let me go to the other one. So they didn't. Macron has strengthened France's ties with Arab Gulf countries, especially in defense, and Houthi fighting in Yemen, attacking the UAE and Saudi Arabia. Well, I want to help you this, you give me the oil. We got that one. But we're going to go to the other one from Associated Press, and we have France skirts over Khashoggi's killing amid Saudi prince visit. And we have this, they're like getting married. Pretty beautiful couple. You see them, right, one by one. They're beautiful, and they. All right. So, France's presidency on Friday focused on global warming. Oh my God, the war in Ukraine and the Iran nuclear deal, and relaying details about the controversial dinner in Paris between Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and French President Emmanuel Macron. Well. So these guys are crying that, so he's not doing anything about the Khashoggi murder. And let me just say a few things about that murder and this situation that we get deeper and deeper in. A human being was slaughtered. That's true. Possibly, most likely, I don't know, by a country or by some people, some dudes who worked for a certain country, and the order was given by a certain individual, presumably by this leader. Now, let's put it in a certain perspective of value. as gruesome and as bad that killing was, you know where I'm going with it, right? Compare it with, let's say, 500,000 Iraqi children starved to death by US sanctions by Madeleine Albright, then the Secretary of State of the United States of America, which said in an interview, a 60 minutes interview, that that's a price to pay, that's, you know, it's worth that. Now you tell me 600 or 500,000 children versus one person. Now I know, and killing like this is bad, but those are children, it's an adult, this is one, those are 500 at least. So let's say it's a destroyed country, right? And that's in the name of democracy and freedom, and that's done by one country and its coalition. And I think France was part of that coalition, wasn't it? So you tell me a little bit, how should I look at it and say, yes, Khashoggi, my God, it's a big problem. If I compare that with 500,000 people, one versus 500,000 people, I don't, you know, you understand the perception, the angle. It's a big, they try to frame this guy for his, let's go to this scenario. Let's accept this guy ordered it, they went, they cut that guy into pieces, he disappeared. All right. Ugly, guilty, guilty, guilty. Can you do anything? No. Can you talk? Yes. All right, let's go to the other side. This guy orders sanctions on Iraq. The results, 500,000 children. I'm not talking about the adults, just children. What can you do? Can you do anything about it? No. Anybody cried about it? You and I and a few others. And we have NGOs crying about this Khashoggi and so on. They should. But I didn't hear them crying about the 500,000 Iraqi children. So that tells me, you know, my heart really doesn't get sensitive when I hear these kind of things. Oh, he didn't raise the concern of Khashoggi. You didn't raise the concern with the 500,000 Iraqi children. So once you do that and you go back in time, then we talk about this thing. And it was a deliberate act, a deliberate sanction. And then Secretary of State of the United States, who was just a coincidence, she was Jewish. If you didn't know, just check it out. She had no problem with that. It's a price worth, yes, paying for those guys. It's on video. You can watch Madeleine Albright, big-hearted, the great women that died. What, this woman this year or something? Really? So look at Mohammed bin Salman and look at Albright, or her boss, which was Bush at that time, wasn't he? So, you know, I don't want to hear it. Sorry, I don't want to hear it. I want you to go back to that, take care of that, bring those to the international court, like they want to get Putin, but they don't take those guys. And you talk about bin Salman. What am I supposed to say? Yes, you're a bad dude. Yeah, you're right. Who's saying? The guy who has 500,000 kids in his pocket? He tells me about one adult killed by this guy? Why don't we just get serious about it? Because this is not serious, what's going on. This is a mockery. Mockery. And I'm going to play the game. I'm not going to play this game. I refuse. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth. Look for the truth and be just.